What is up, guys, and welcome eventually to the Volga hardcore tutorial. Now I know a lot of you have been waiting a long time for this, and I do apologize. It's just such an incredibly large video, and it is, as you can see, over 2.5 hours long. Now what I want to do is, I'm not going to show you absolutely everything I've done. I'm going to, in theory, summarize the level of where I went and how I got there, and the weapons I used and stuff like that. So it is pretty much a full playthrough, but I will jump around the map now and again, and I will show the locations all the time. So if you wanted to play this on Ranger Hardcore and you wanted to use the guide, just follow it step by step and you should be absolutely fine, because it's not terribly difficult. There are some random tips that I can say from the start that will always help you. Like, for instance, the daytime. I like to keep the enemies at a distance, and you can only do this really during the day. So keeping it a perpetual daytime works very well for me, and keeping enemies at a distance as well. Now the other reason for this is the electrical demons. These guys, if they trap you, you're fucked. You're dead straight away. And it doesn't seem that bad anymore after finishing it on the Iron Man mode, where there is no save point. Dying in hardcore mode, sure, the saves are fewer and far between, the auto saves at least, but you can't manual save. So it's a good idea, obviously, is not to die, because you will lose a fair amount of progress depending on the location when you do peg. So now at the start, guys, I just did exactly what you think I would do, heading towards the church and grabbing and searching the houses and grabbing the weapons inside, and preparing myself for the couple of treks across the landscape. And as you can see in the distance there, the church is there, and this is probably nothing new to you, but maybe someone coming to this video playing the hardcore for the first time will want to know this stuff. So I'm going to chirp up now and again, pretty much do tutorial or detailed commentary the whole way through, but at some points I might lay back and just let the video play out. So like I said before, we're going to head to these houses left and right all the way. As you can see, the notification for it to be picked up is grayed out, but it is still there. And there is the first weapon. I think it's the revolver. No, looks like a bastard. Yep, let's have a look-see. It is the bastard. Now, a lot of the stuff could be different, because with this update, they've very sneakily added in mods and upgrades on the Caspian level, as in the semi-auto valve, which most definitely was not where it is now, because that is not something I'm going to miss, being right next to another gear as well, gear location by the Baron. But yeah, we're going to head to the other side over here now, and we're going to search that house. And anything that you find with Ranger Hardcore is going to help. And the whole idea here is to not fire your weapon. Only fire your weapon if you really need to, and 100% utilizing the throwing knives, because you can pick them up after you've thrown. Now, if you throw a throwing knife at an enemy that is unaware of your presence, they will die in one hit. But if they're kind of charging towards you, then they will take several hits. So the whole idea is to be sneaky. And like I said before, in the daytime you can see them from a distance and you can still sneak up on them, but at night, yeah, there's a very good chance that they will suddenly be next to you, and then you're dead, because 1 or 2 hits and it's all over. Okay, so our second little house here, we're going to head upstairs, up ladder if you will. I'm very curious as to see what the next DLC is going to be, because technically it wasn't really a DLC, was it? It was just an update where they've added a new game plus and stuff like that. But a proper DLC, I'm very, very curious to find out what that is all about. And since the Hardcore Ranger and the Metro in general is probably coming to an end for me, I might decide to do the Ranger Hardcore, if people want it, on the following levels. I just want to get rid of this Iron Man mode, and I died in the last quick time event on the Dead City. I have my settings pushed to holding down the square button, and that's what I did, and I died. I fucking died right at the end, like literally 30 seconds before I would have got the 2 trophies for the update, but no. So what I'm doing now is a don't die video like I've done on the Volga. I'm going to do it for Caspian, do it for Dead City, do it for all the stages, and just give people general tips and hints on how not to die. I know it sounds stupid, but there are certain areas where you have insta-deaths, and to know where those are, just because you don't want to have to repeat the level again, because at this point you've probably played the game a good couple of times already, and you kind of want to speed run it. But you can do it on the easier setting. And it's not normally the monsters or mutants that are going to kill you. It's going to be the dropping, the fall damage, the running down the stairs, the traps. Definitely the traps will kill you pretty quickly. But even the grenade traps on the easier setting, I don't think they'll kill you in one go, but you know, fuck, why risk it? So here we are in the last shack, and we're going to grab some shit here, and we're going to head all the way to the church.
Okay, Artyom, I'll climb up there while you take the boat to the church. I'll call you when I'm
So on the way to the church, we're going to stop off to some houses, left and right. Just collecting every bit of scrap resource we can find. Because it just takes one encounter for you to expend all your ammunition. And like I was saying before, the whole idea is to not fire your weapon. You want to just use the throwing knives because they are quite brutal and they can be one-hit kills. So within this area, the only place you can die really in this area is going to be if you get hit overboard on your boat a couple of times, then the third or fourth time you will just die. You won't climb out, so be careful of that. But it's very easy to avoid. What I like to do, as I show a bit later, is to kind of clear the area out before getting onto the boat. And just actually checking to see if there are any of those weird little slugs around that can actually destroy you. Because in this mode, 2 or 3 hits of that and it's all tickets and done. When it comes to the stealth or go loud, it just depends on what you enjoy. Like the church is definitely going to be easier if you do stealth, but the problem I found with that is if you do get noticed, you're instantly surrounded, and that can be an instant death for you as well. So I think what I did on this one, I'm not actually sure, I think I stealthed it, but also they have so much gear and so much spare parts that you can use for the rest of the level. So you have to make a decision on whether or not to sneak past them all, or if you actually just want to go for it and take them out, and I think that is what I did. Stealthily take them all out so you can still take all the shit that they're carrying, as well as efficiently search the church itself. So right over here, you're going to find the Ashot. I think it's the Ashot. Looks like the Ashot. Which is pretty useful for the guys when they jump on your boat. You can take them out fairly quickly with the shotgun-ish weapon. And a whole lot of crap you can grab around here as well. And the ominous belling in the background. Don't know if that bike was moving on its own. It wouldn't surprise me if it was. Or should I say tricycle? Tricycle. Now there is actually more areas you can search on the other side of this river, straight ahead of me down there. And I probably would do it knowing it now. I think I do actually stop off on the left hand side. But before we head back to the boat, we're going to come into this area. And there's going to be another weapon over here, I think. Yep, another bastard. But not a massive fan of the bastard. The stability sucks. And it jams. I don't know if it does it for anyone else, but it jams almost every time I fire it, even when it's clean. But the Kalash has got more damage and better stability, with especially when it's fully modded. See down there in that direction, there is another house you can visit. So probably better to row your boat on the other side. Quick tip for rowing: if you want to turn, don't push forward. Just hold left on the joystick until he pivots in the direction you want to face, and then go, because it can be so fucking painful to paddle around this thing. Okay, so I do jump out. So just to the left, before you head to the church, you're going to see that house sunken over there. We're going to head further down, and there's going to be a little shack with several goodies within. So as you can see, I was in complete denial that I couldn't pick that up. But some of them, you just can't. But check out the room. There's also a postcard in here if you haven't collected that already. But we're going to have some chemicals. I want to take the axe very badly, and yet another bastard. Nothing to collect from this fella either. Yeah, on Ranger Hardcore, it's going to be very few and far between that you're going to find things to collect. We're going to head back to our boat, and we're going to get cracking on this church. So technically there's just a cutscene going all the way in. So this is once you've jumped out of the window at the top. And this is when we're going to start doing stealth kills. So we can collect weapons and ammunition. And you'll only pick up a couple of ammo per enemy, which is why one going loud session is going to expend all your ammo. And this is not ideal because you want to keep your ammo until you're desperate. Or just keep it the entire time until you find yourself in a position where you're forced to use it. But with these beginning stages or levels, you can take these guys out fairly easily. Now they are a lot more aware, so you've got to be careful of that. They will notice you a hell of a lot quicker, and he's doing a bit of an upside down breakdance there. I wanted his fucking weapon though, but there goes that. I've tried to get to those houses over there without any success. Okay, we're going to head down, down, down. And start picking off the guys around the edges until they surrender. Now it will take a lot more kills or knockouts for them to surrender on hardcore. On easy, you just take out one or two and they're all going to surrender.
I can't cover you when you're inside. I'm changing position to meet the woman and child. I know you can handle.
Now there's two guys outside here. It took me a while to figure out the best way to take them out without getting noticed because it is daytime. And yeah, you might consider doing this at night because they are just human enemies and they're kind of walking around. But you can chuck a tin over there and then head back around and you can take them both out before the second one's going to notice you. Have a quick peek there. Uno. See, he was just far away enough to not notice. Brutal takedowns. Now there's a couple of rooms here in this church area which are kind of a mystery. You have one guy who wants you to teach him how to be a Satanist. I mean, Jesus. That's a bit hectic. But this kind of guy, I wasn't going for the good ending. I wanted to make sure I got the bad ending. Just because of the stat of my trophies. Or the status of my trophies. I didn't want to get it on this one. When I finish my Ranger Hardcore, I want my Platinum to pop right then. But yeah, you can come in here, grab some goodies. Now there's another door just on the left, you can go inside. There's nothing to pick up in there, but there is a dude that dislikes you could say. You can see it's slightly faded out. In this door here, you're going to find another dude, but no need. Okay, heading back in. We're going to see who we can take out around the edges. You can see even there, the guy almost saw me. But yeah, we're going to head upstairs and grab some more goodies, and then we're going to kind of ponder around taking out enemies when we can, and eventually just go towards the boat. Now you'll notice when I go loud, unfortunately, that I don't use any knives. I just didn't realize that they were so useful at this point. So I'm going to let the rest of this church play out, and I'm going to catch you afterwards.
Have you found him yet? Or should I look for him myself, brethren? He's hiding, that's
Really? Well, it's not so bad being bored. I could deal with Marvin. put it, it would get me very angry.
Found him yet, my children? There he is! Down there! The king is here! What's going on? The king is still a brother! Is there anything to fear? You damn hidden! I see the great killed him! Down there! That's where he was hiding! They will kill us all here, brothers! The herd has got one of us! Down there, that's where he was hiding. Brothers, the infidel is nearby, right on our noses. Find him and judge him. Pray, if not to the Lord, then be a dark master, the bottom line. That could make it that easier. Alarm, he's dead! Hey, infidel, where are you? That fish is growing tired of waiting for you. I give up! Just don't shoot, please! That would be great sin! That's it! I give up!
And just before you exit, you can jump down here to this little pathway, and there's going to be some resources for you. So be sure to grab that before heading to the boat. And now comes my favorite trick of the whole game.
The fuck was that? A whale?
I had to keep that in. Okay, so now we're on semi-dry land. We're going to head to the crashed plane and we're going to grab our first gear, as well as some weapons. Now, with the update, I've been told there's a lot of other things for the Kalash here, not just the compass. So be sure to check this out before heading back to the Aurora. Now, I could be wrong, but I don't think at all there was a scope or anything like this for the Kalash here before. I'll have to check back on my old videos to see what was actually here. I think it was just a compass upgrade, I'm not sure. But it's there now. Watch out for the fire. Fire equals death. You are incredibly flammable, or strangely inflammable, meaning the same thing. That's the English language for you. Okay, we're going to head back to the Aurora, but we're going to stop off at a little campsite before we do. I recommend running past all these guys. Well, normally I would only start sprinting once I see them, because you can run out of sprint and they can catch up. A couple of hits and you're dead. So make sure he's not on your tail anymore and get the fuck out.
Is it comfortable? Can you operate stealthily with it? I have a present for you here.
Yeah, after chatting, you're going to head, grab your Tiha, and we're going to head straight down to the crane. I'm not sure if I knew about it at this point, but there's a lot of mods for the Kalash on the right hand side over here. I can't remember if I went to it or not. See, at this point I crouch down, make sure I've got all my sprint with me so you can get past this next section, because those wolfy dog guys are going to catch up to you very, very quickly. See, there's one right over there. If you can take out the guy sitting on the car right there, then he won't be able to call his buddies. So at this point I would definitely knife him. I was still in the dark about the throwing knives and how good they are. So we're going to start sprinting. We're going to head all the way to the house, and once we get through that, we're going to head to the crane. And be careful of your QTE here. You've got a quick time event no matter which way you go. If you go into the house or if you go around to the right, you're still going to get jumped by this ghoul. So be sure to counter this. I put my, instead of button mashing, I put it onto hold, as in for the quick time events, because you just hold down the button. Obviously it's going to be a lot easier. Once you dealt with him, you can run around and search this house lacquer. I just love how casual he is about spiders the size of dinner plates running around him. Not affected at all. You're going to find a safe in here, which are going to be vital for this playthrough, because they give you large quantities in one sitting. And I'm definitely going to pick them all up within this Ranger Hardcore play, but it's going to be just across there. And then we're going to head to the crane. Okay, we're getting to the point now where you're going to have to go loud. You can probably take out as many as you can with the throwing knives. I'm not sure if I do. But definitely use the throwing knives before you use your ammo. Fail, fail. As you can see. You can get backed up very quickly. It doesn't tell you how much ammo you've got unless you've got a workbench. Click, click, click. No ammo. Probably be using the T-High anyway. Just because you can create bullets. If you try and leave them for the last second, the other guy will snipe them. When that's done, we're going to head down. We're not going to go up to the crane first. We're going to grab a bucket load of resources which is in this warehouse. And I advise doing it now because the next time you come here, there's going to be enemies. At the moment, there just might be some ghouls. So search the hell out of this place because there's a shitload of stuff in here, including a whole lot of Molotovs, which are always good. Just checking when the last save point was. Yeah, so search this place as best you can because there's a lot of stuff here. And then we're going to head up to the crane. Okay, so we find ourselves in the crane, on the crane, and this is when you're going to effectively use your binoculars. Don't know if you've seen my other video, and incredibly useful to be able to use these properly, pinpoint every location that you can go to, and it gives it a lot more direction instead of just running blind. You can kind of cross them off the map as you go, giving you location after location. So check my video out for that. Just zoom in all the way, move left and right until you get a click. And once you hear the click, it's going to mark it on your map. As you can see there, a nice lot of question marks to go and have a look at. And it's pretty much going to be something at every location. Some weapon or resources of sorts. Okay, sort your shit out. Priority should be your mask repair, and then your weapons.
And look at these hands. They know.
It's going to cost a lot more on Ranger to do your repair jobs with your weapons and gear. As you can see, 0. Takes a lot to repair. I probably wouldn't repair that now thinking about it, because we're going to pick up another weapon fairly soon. I'm not actually sure when we do pick up the next one, but it's a lot of resources to clean that. I should have cleaned the Kalash first. But go through, make sure you got all your stuff collected, or equipped at least, and then we're going to head on to the next area, which is going to be back to the Aurora. I think on the way back to the Aurora, we're going to get a message about Anna, and we're going to go save her, and go and mingle with some spiders. It makes me laugh every time. The fact that this guy and Anna, the whole way through the entire game, always try and speak to you. Artyom, come in, Artyom, come in. But you know your character never says a goddamn word the entire game. It's just funny that they think you're going to answer. So as you can see here, absolute fail. Terribly done. This is when I started realizing the throwing knives are going to be useful, but as you can see there, absolutely terrible. Be more prepared for that. I would definitely sneak in there, use your throwing knives, take them out one by one, because I've just used so much fucking ammo. It's ridiculous. So that can be done a lot better. But nonetheless, we're going to head on and attempt to save Anna, and successfully save Anna, should I say. And this is when you're going to have to use your mask. Make sure it is fully repaired, because you don't want to die down in the sewers, or wherever the hell we go now. Into the bunker, I think it is, yeah. Just run straight there. Don't try and take out enemies on the way, because you can outrun them. Just sprint for your safe house, and then from there we're going to head to the bunker. So it looks like I went with the Ashot instead. This is pretty cool, because if you do get crowded like I just was, then you can find your way out pretty easily with the shotgun-ish type weapon. Make sure your throwing knives are maxed, and I would save all other resources. As you can see, dismantling the tins. Not going to need those for the rest of the level. Nothing stealthy coming up, because I do go loud on most of them, like I was saying before, so I can get the gear and the resources that they have. But it's going to be easier to do it stealthily, especially the barge. And then the ship at the end, I did stealthily until right at the end I went loud, because I was going for a different trophy. Alright guys, we are down here, going to try and save Anna. Or we're going to save Anna. And I'm going to let this little sewer play through, and I'm going to catch you afterwards. What happens here probably scared me the most of any game I've ever played. This. Just kind of sitting there staring at me. I shat myself with that pale complexion. Fucking hell. Made no noise. And he comes out of there every time, the bastard. Now at this point you can light the torches and stuff like that. But if you stay crouched and use your throwing knives, they're not going to rush you. So you're able to stay stealthy the whole time through this. Until you're not. But yeah, I'll catch you after this.
We have to tell the others that we found her, Sam.
It's good. Other than that, I'm fine. Artyom and the guys are here.
So we're going to head right over here, clean our weapons in case we get ambushed on the way back to the Aurora. And then, yeah, we're going to head back to the Aurora. So you can make a decision here. There's the hole that Anna dropped down. Now I do face the left. Now if you look left, you're going to see a tower, and there's actually a broken boat, and you can hop along that boat to the other side and get to another area, and there's going to be lots of resources there. I would probably make the mission to go across there now because there aren't many enemies right down there. I looked at it for 2 seconds. If you head in that direction, you're going to get to another shack with some stuff in it. Otherwise, head back to the Aurora and be sure every time you come back here to go to the bench because he upgrades your T-Har every now and again. And as you approach the bench and actually activate it, you'll see the orange icon come down there.
Ammo for them here, just like with any other work thing for your T-Har. You can try installing it. Use the workbench. Well, I won't keep you here any longer.
So do the norm, clean, shit like that. Choose the weapons you want, make sure they're clean as well. and then we're going to head out to the next location. But first, I'm going to have some lunch.
It is a cursed place.
Alright, I'm back. Lunch was delicious. Now we're going to head off to the shack, where there is a couple of enemies. We're going to skip ahead when I'm already down the bottom. And be sure to use your mask when you enter this container, because it is toxic. And we're going to find, I think it's the mask upgrade in there. Otherwise, another very important piece of gear. It's not actually the container just yet. We're going to head to one of the shacks first, where there's some enemies to take out, i.e. resources to pick up. Nothing in there. So we're going to head straight ahead and kind of just systematically go through these question marks on the map. Very stealthily, using the throwing knives or the stealth takedowns where possible, or the silenced Kalash, which we're going to pick up very shortly. And that's actually what's at the beginning, is that silenced Kalash weapon, or sorry, the mod. And that can be picked up in that area where I said look to the left, coming out of the sewers after rescuing Anna, which is fairly close as well.
Like really? Yeah. We shouldn't have come here. It's all going down, that's for sure. We're all getting whacked here. Well, it's not that bad here, but it sure is.
So this is the container I was referring to. Now there's going to be guarded by some puppies. Now these guys, this is when I think from this point I started using the knives more effectively. But, okay, I guess not. Should probably sneak up on those guys and throw them with the knives, because they'll die in one hit if they don't notice you. As you can see, sometimes they will get taken out because I probably shot him before. He's dead. Yep. Wasn't sure, I don't think. But yeah, you can take out that guy up there stealthily, and we can head to the next question mark.
Admiral, Miller here. Transmitting Duke's coordinates. He's keeping tabs on the bridge from there. Meet up with him. He'll fill you in on the latest developments in the terminal. Miller over and out.
Those guys didn't seem too bothered about me, but we're going to head to the next area, which is where you need to free the prisoners and grab the key, so you can grab the night vision goggles if you're going to use them. Otherwise, as before, there's going to be throwing vest, I think it is, or it could be ammo vest. I think it's the throwing vest. One of the vests are going to be in here, as well as, of course, enemies, meaning resources. Now I think this is one of the only times I sleep until night, because I'm going inside the building. But if I was going across the land, then I would probably keep it daytime. But head in here, be stealthy if you like. Try not to use ammunition. Free the prisoners, grab everything, make sure you search everything thoroughly. Every piece of equipment and gear you pick up is obviously going to help. Yeah, so go loud, go stealth, but definitely visit this location to grab some shit that you'll need.
Well, that's a dumb question. What are we supposed to do here? See? He's a greenhorn, but he's right. Well, it's Yaba and the boys waiting for the caravan, and we are just reserves. Don't matter. These asshats could have squealed on us, and the plan would go tits up. You see where this is going? Why the fuck do I need to stick around and cut up? As if anyone needs me. That's if we got lucky. They were going to fight the fireballs. Nah, you're shitting me now. They're all fucking mad in that cult. Think electricity is Satan. I've been here for a year already, so I heard shit. Damn, that's fucked up. How are they going to do that? The true way. With a cross in its way. There's a whole fucking bunch of the corpses there. So, what do you think the boss tells his people, huh? So they were sinners. Damn, you're killing me now. Yeah, they all correct man too. The plots. I'm laying low for now. He's nothing but a little bitch. I'm gonna make cry and beg. He ain't doing a thing. That bitch. Everything's going to Fuck this shit! I surrender!
Hey man, we're cool. I give up.
We were on our way to the holy place of worship when the heathens ambushed us. Will you open the lock? Though you are a heretic, we will pray for the salvation of your soul.
Take this key. You're a sinner anyway, and there might be something of use for you there.
Simon, you mustn't. Silantius will excommunicate you for that.
Now, I only killed him because I'm going for the bad ending, so I can get the Ranger Hardcore and the Eternal Voyage at least on the same playthrough, and then I'll get my plat. So yeah, once you've got all the enemies out, free them, search this area completely, and be sure to grab your vest upgrade, which is going to be right down here. Obviously I speeded that up. I wasn't hacking the PS4. This is when I would probably sleep until the daytime. I'm not sure what I do.
Brother. Didn't see me, huh?
I don't actually think you can sleep here, to be honest.
I'm basically part of the scenery now.
Yeah, you can.
I heard you were headed to the terminal for the rail car. Then
at this point as well, you can use your binoculars. You could probably see a couple more locations than you could when standing on the crane. Have a look at those if you want.
It's a bandit hideout. They ambush the phantoms. These guys seem to be drawn to the terminal like flies to you-know-what. The bandit caught 3 of them on my watch. See those ruins? There's a bandit camp there too. They have a sniper. I saw at least one scout flashing with the roof. I wouldn't advise on open attack.
Now I only come here because there's a mod, and I can't remember which one it is. But one of these dead fellas here have got something which I obviously want. It's going to be on that body right in front of me there. Probably just grab it and run. Yep, here it comes. See, they're brutal, they can detect you so quickly. Now I'm getting surrounded, I'm like, okay, time to leave. Yep, it's double barrel. I think it is. Tuck tail and run. And we're going to head to the next question mark. So it wasn't the double barrel, it was the short barrel and suppressor. It looked like a suppressor. Okay, where are we going? Let's have a look. Is this the bridge with the suppressor? No. Just to my right, if you want to collect it, if you're playing on the New Game Plus, you can grab the fish, one of the fish locations. We're going to go straight for the Kalash suppressor now. After that lovely electrical demon has taken out all those guys from me. They can kill you in a couple of hits, but they're not exactly difficult to spot at night. So let him do his thing and we're going to go grab the suppressor. I guess I was still under the assumption it's better at night. It could be better at night, you know. But I do, like I said in the beginning, I like to keep the enemies at a distance. But on this level it seems to be okay. It just depends on your playstyle, really. Night or day. And if you want to avoid the enemies, you can just stay quite far away, but they will pick you up, especially on Ranger Hardcore, from a much further distance. He now kind of wants me to go towards the terminal, towards the ritual site. There's a gas station over there we're going to visit as well. It's got some good gear. But we're going to go check out another question mark closer to the Aurora. And I'm going to skip ahead, but I'm always going to show the map, so you're not going to know, or not know where I am. I might as well do another Binocs check as well. And we're going to carry on to it. Now this location here is the only one I decided not to visit because, to my knowledge, on the normal game, I'm not after that update, I'm not sure, there's nothing in there besides a whole lot of ghouls and also mud. And if you go in there, your weapons get so dirty so quickly and it doesn't seem to be worth the resources. Could be wrong. If you want to check it out, have a look. But I think it's the only question mark I don't visit. As we are getting closer and closer to the bridge. To my left now is where the suppressor is, but we came here before. So I've headed all the way back, just showing the map, just clearing out all the question marks, making sure there's nothing else there. And there's a secret little room inside one of these containers, but unfortunately there was nothing in it. But I just wanted to make sure I got all the question marks in the bag, just to maximize the resource gathering. Okay, gonna jump around again. Now we're heading towards the guitar tower, if you will. Now you can save this prisoner, and he'll give you some good karma as well as a side quest, I think. Take these guys out stealthily. Head into the tower because there's lots of shit in there.
Yeah, just my fucking luck. I always get shitty straw. What the hell is the boss thinking? Just went and put me here? Shit.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just to reiterate, I'm going for the bad ending. Not in my nature to do that normally, because there's always more stuff these guys can do sometimes, like side quests and stuff like that. But keeping them alive I find is normally better, unless you're actually going for the bad playthrough. Okay, we're at the top of that tower now, the guitar tower, and we're going to head all the way across to this little island and collect what we can. No idea why I'm using the gun. Definitely use your throwing knives. I think maybe I was testing out the suppressor. Possibly. But don't use the ammo. Definitely not. Now you can just walk along the right, but I think I was trying to minimize the mud walking. It's the only reason I can think of this. So we're going to head in here, fill up the gas tank with gas, and grab our battery upgrade, which is going to be within the building next to us.
Nobody comes here, not even the mutants, really. The party does feed here from time to time, but we the faithful have nothing to fear.
The fish? I don't fear, for I hold the true faith. But the fish comes here to fear.
Yes, but the fish would never catch true believers, so no fear there. Of course, if your faith isn't strong enough, then it's another can of worms. The fish feels it and gobbles the non-believer whole, and the true believer standing right next to him doesn't even get splashed with water. I've seen it myself.
Oh, Lord save us.
Yeah, be careful about standing on the edge of piers. He will jump up and eat you. And one of the developer diaries at this point was explaining that the two guys talking on the pier to the right over there always got eaten by the fish, and they weren't actually meant to, so they had to change the mechanics of the game. So now if this was on Iron Man, there's no fucking way in hell I would cross the river now. We just want to get across and check out this little area, which is the massive land we want to be on. Right, so this area is pretty vital. It's got a couple of enemies, but it's also got a mask upgrade. I think it's the mask upgrade. So definitely need to come visit this area. Just remember the guys up top and below.
start.
Hey, comrade, are you okay? What the fuck? Fuck this, I'm... Alright. There's no fucking way. bitch is there! I don't fucking get it. What the? I see the fucking bastard!
Right, so at this point I was wondering whether or not I should go to the island, which is in the, well, center of the water to your right, I think it is. I showed it on the map now, well, I did show it earlier. This is when I was on the way to it, and it's going to be one right over there. So I went there, and there's definitely nothing worth going there. I'm not sure, again, after the update if it's changed, but definitely not worth the resources as well as fending off all those fucking slugs, all those crustaceans. Never mind the tar catfish. So I mean, you can go if you want, but I don't think it's recommended at all. So at this point, we're going to be heading still towards the teddy bear location, which is going to be down there. You've got to be very careful here because there are lots of these elementals floating around. So at this part, yeah, I'll probably do this at night. And don't even approach the bridge on your right hand side, because they will see you even if you are in pitch darkness. It's very, very weird. It must be a bug. But that's where you go once you've got the rail car, so you'll get there in the end. So at this point I'm heading straight down there for the teddy bear area, because there's a pistol upgrade there. And even if you don't use the weapons on this level, it's always good to grab them, because you might use them on later levels. They might be more conducive to different levels. So it's always good just to have them all, so you have the choice in the end. So we're going to head over towards the large containers and grab the teddy bear if you wanna, but also grab the resources in that area. So the reason we're up here is there's stuff in this area here. Nice amount of resources right here, including the, I think it's the pistol, or revolver should we say. Yeah, a couple of upgrades for that as well. So we're going to grab that and again head on to the next one. So just to the east of those cylinders there is a safe house, as you can see over there. If you approach this area and there are two guys outside, be sure to turn your flashlight off and lower your weapon, otherwise you will aggravate them. Or you can turn their faces inside out and take their stuff. It's up to you.
What? Oh, damn! Who goes there? And from the train. Flashlight.
Just thought I'd speed up the crouching there. Now this area, again, this particular area doesn't have much, but if you go upstairs, as in on top of those beams, then you will find a large resource cache, or a resource cache, including some weapon parts, as I'll show you in a second. I'll probably just use a Molotov now, because they're going to rush you. Okay, so skipping a bit ahead, I didn't go up. This box right here in front of you, head up those boxes right there, follow the path all the way to the left on top of that concrete, and you're going to get to a point where there's going to be some weapon mods as well as some resources. This is probably before I found that place. Well, obviously is. Okay, let's have a look now. We're going to head to the second or third last question mark we're going to go to, I think. Now the question mark within the terminal area is just that building with the locked door. The key that the prisoners give you. We're going to speed this up again and check out this next question mark. I think this is the other area I fucked up badly. Try and use the knife, guys. Definitely use the knife. There's just too much chance that they're going to get notified when you shoot, so try and do it more stealthily than I do it, and you can save yourself a lot of trouble. Maybe get on top of the train car and hit them as they come up. As you can see, fail there, miss. If you want to hit them each time, aim with your weapon and then throw. I mean, I threw fucking, I don't know how many at him, and I missed him. And him. So, terrible run there. Unfortunate as well, because now you've got a lot of guys, including the darker colored guy, which is a lot more difficult to kill. So here, definitely, whip out that Molotov and sort them out. Don't know why I didn't. But definitely Molotov these guys. There's going to be some stuff at the back of this area down here. This fella's got something for you. The larger clip. I'm not sure which one it is. It's just a larger one for your Kalash. Which is cool because the Kalash is normally my staple weapon, depending on the level that you're on. But be sure to tuck tail and get the fuck out of there because, as you can see, you will peg. Too much radiation, sir. Okay, that's the second or third last. Let's have a look at where we're going to go now. We're going to head straight towards the terminal, and there's going to be another safe house as well. Yeah, I want to show the map in a second. So we're just a bit more north, and there's a question mark right there. And this is going to be a safe house. And from here, I think we're going to head into the terminal. Let's have a look-see. So yeah, as you know, the terminal can only be entered via the water. So the map marker there is heading me towards the dock. But I think I want to go clean my weapons. And I think I sleep till daytime. Although I keep saying that, but I never do. So yeah, we're in the safe house we were just in. Oh, I went to save. Okay. Because heading towards the water can sometimes turn very, very tragic. If more and more of those guys keep smashing you, then you can't see anything and you'll just peg. So be careful again about the end of the pier because Mr. Large Catfish, which I always call the legendary channel catfish, fucking Red Dead, it can eat you in one go, so be very, very careful. Now there's another safe house just ahead of you there, which I'm going to have a look at, as you can see. And then I think we're going to visit the gas station and then the terminal. Leaving that last area up top that I told you about earlier. But you definitely want to go to the gas station, because there is a throwables vest in there, I think it is. It's definitely a vest upgrade, but we're going to see in a second.
Great, because if there's no boat, the dumbasses start running around.
What the fuck is that down there? Huh? What's down there, people?
There definitely was some noise coming from here.
There's nothing here! Well, fuck those rats, I say. Look out!
Here, you fucker!
Don't shoot! I give up! I can't enough. I give up, man.
Yep, definitely the throwables vest, and as you can see, a shitload of resources. So if you take these guys out properly with knives, then you'll have a massive gain over here. Grab everything you can. Don't forget these guys behind the door. Now if you do go to the roof to pick up your sniperish weapon, or the upgrades for it, be ready to take on a whole lot of mutants because they ambush you on the roof. And there's a lot of them. So you could go up there, grab your shit, and then head straight back to the safe house you came from. In that direction. But I don't think anything happens now. I think it's actually a glitch. The guy's standing there like a muppet. Nope, not on this one. The previous time I came here, he was standing up here in the weapon stance, but not holding a weapon. Very, very strange. I'm glad that the glitches that are on this game, or in this game, are not game ending. They're kind of just funny and you walk away. On other games, it's like, ah, shit, everything's gone. It's totals. You see that warehouse I was just pointing at there? That is the one that I avoided. The one with the mud. I'm not entirely certain if it's worth going. I just thought, sure, at this point, I was so far through, I just wanted to get to the end. But it's difficult to rush something like this because you rush, you die. You have to collect everything that you can collect for the stages to come as well. So yeah, have a sleep. Save your game, i.e. save your game. And I think this time we're going to head straight there. Yeah, we're going to head straight there. I'll probably skip the row ride. But let's get in there and start causing some shit. is obviously the door that you use the key in, and in here you're going to grab your night vision goggles. And when you head back, you can hear a lot of crap happening behind that door. Some of them do fade out. You don't have to kill as many of them if you come to this door first, but there's definitely going to be some. Be sure you've got your throwing knives ready. Take out as many as you can stealthily before going loud. Now this bloody lamp right here is what killed me on my Iron Man playthrough. Can you believe it? I was just standing over here shooting at the mutants across there trying to make it safer for later, and I stood too close to that thing and the glass was broken and it set me alight and I fucking died right there. I was gutted to say the least. It was what a mission to go through it again, but I could kind of just rush it because I knew where I was going and I wasn't recording, so it wasn't too bad. It still sucked though. So going loud, which is not ideal, but I do an insanely crazy dodge, as you will see in a second. So I should have been pumping the gun because it runs out pretty quickly while they're at a distance. This guy here throws a brick at me, I think. That was crazy. And eventually had to take out the Ashot to finish this ship. Now these orange spores that are scattered everywhere, you can actually pick them before they explode, like so. So if you walk up to them, they're going to auto explode, but you can grab them before they actually do, getting you some extra resources. But do that if you wanna. Not going to kill you straight away, but prolonged time in the area definitely will hurt, to say the least. Make sure I've got some health stocked up there. Alright, moving on. And this is what I was saying earlier. They always try and contact him with the radio, but he never ever says anything on the radio. You should get back and they should say, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? Your bloody radio, you can hear us. Why don't you talk to them? But it is strange that he never says anything, even though he could reply, technically if he wanted to. But just weird. And this is also the location for a fish. If you're going for the toy seller trophy, it's going to be hanging somewhere in here. But because I picked it up earlier, it's not going to show here. So kill the fish if you want to, but you're not going to spend much more time on the outskirts. So you can kill it if you want to, otherwise let's grab this rail car and head towards the ending, which is going to be, well, there's actually two more fights now. You've got the bridge you have to get through, which is the one coming up right now, and then you get the big bridge, which is the finale. So almost there, less than half an hour left. Let's crack on.
I can hear its engines. Yeah, great job. You should get to the depot now. Watch your step, though. Artyomich, there's a few shady characters over there. Actually, well, in case of any trouble, you know what to do.
So now, according to the developer diaries, this is the hardest part of the game. Was meant to be the hardest part of the game, especially on Ranger Hardcore. There is so many of these bandit guys knocking around. Well, I'm not sure if they're bandits, but enemies, should we say. The only way to do this properly is stealthily as much as you can, and definitely do it at night. There's tons of safe places or safe houses in the area. So run to one, make sure it's night, and just take out as many as you can before something goes wrong and you go loud, like stupidly turning on the light for no reason. But yeah, definitely utilize the throwing knives and take out as many guys as you can around the outskirts before actually getting inside. Now there is a guy at the other end that is heavily armored, and the only way you can take him out is to kill everyone else first or knock everyone else out first, and he will surrender. You can't take him out stealthily, only by force, so keep that in mind. Otherwise, keep your head down and crack on.
No sighting them from the island yet, so they should be here by tonight.
You better sharpen your knife there. Just don't kill them. They are some kind of gang. Yo, man. Sure thing. Now, I'll be going. Don't let the boss stand around. We just want to stay alert. Yeah.
What is that shit?
Prepare your ass! We're gonna find you soon and give you some!
Tough shit.
You're getting cooked pretty soon. Don't you worry, little pig. Enough of this shit, you fucking bitch! Either you come out by yourself or I find you, in which case you'll be fucking sorry.
So even when you think everyone's done, stay stealth, stay crouched until the music stops, until you stop hearing talking in the background, and then you can go around and grab the infinite number of resources as you can, because they're scattered absolutely everywhere around here, and it's going to be a lot easier to do it when you've got a light on. So I just happen to know where these are, so the best thing for you to do is take out all the enemies and then do a bit of a scout around, and then go to the top and open up the gate, and we can take the rail car to the Aurora.
Well, boys, run around the place. Bring up this community before I do something for you. You better hang yourself, bitch! Cause I'm... Guys! There's the bitch! Over here! He's here! Yeah, go ahead and hide, you little bitch. We're still cutting you up. When I fucking find you, I'll take my time cutting you into the fucker thinks me. Staying down. Oh no. I'm going to put that down. Well guys, this bitch is somewhere around here. I can't fucking die.
Alright, there we have it. Now we're back at the Aurora, and we're gonna tidy up and prepare for the final push
Welcome back, Ranger.
using the workbench right here.
It looks like I've been worrying for nothing. It's my age.
So, are you ready for that final push? Good luck.
Are we gonna head back the way we came to go across the pulley line, or you can actually do that. I think I decided to go this way again, but coming this direction, you're more likely to come across mutants. So I would probably recommend going back to the guitar tower where you picked up the guitar and jump across there, or actually zip line across there, because as you can see here, I've sped this up obviously guys. As you can see here, there's going to be these houndies lurking, but it looks like you can get past them if you wanna. I'm going to go hook up and meet up with Anna and do the barge mission. And once we've done that, we head straight to the final area, which is the bridge in the distance behind us pretty much. So now, you can go down to my left. There's actually an underground sewer place. If you're short on chemicals, you can go down there because there's a bucket load of them on those green mushrooms. I think for this one, I decided not to do it. Or did I? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Yep, I did. So yeah, you can come down here, utilize your throwing knives as per usual. And this is going to give you another entrance into the barge. A more stealthful, dark entrance as well.
have about 15 guards. 4 at the tugboat ladder, sentries at the pier. Sam will take the right flank. Come in, Sam.
I'm in position. I can see a guard.
Duke is to the left of the hangar. Come in.
Duke in position, ready to take the guard off.
His yacht is on the far crane.
Ready for action. Got a mark on everyone on the pier.
Crest has scouted out the basement.
There's only 2 of them here.
busy repairing something, so this seems to be the best spot for quiet entry. And we're heading to... By the way, there's only one guard in the whole area here.
Yeah, it's no fun beating up immature soldiers like them.
Cut the chatter. Alright,
Now, depending on what you want to do, you're going to approach
call
this
the
at
shots.
night and use stealth.
Perhaps we should
Now,
wait
because I was going for the
dusk.
bad ending,
It might be
I
easier
wanted to
then.
go loud at
Some
some
of the guards
point,
might follow
because there's a ton of resources here, and you probably max out when you leave this area, but it's up to you. Approach this how you want to, depending on what ending you're going for, but if you just want to get through it, then probably stealth is going to be easier. So at this point, I ran to the nearest safe house, which is on top of the crane, and probably slept till night, yep, and then ran all the way back.
There he is, behind the crates! We've a man down here! He's led!
Calm down, I got him.
One down. Barges are clear. It's time to capture the tugboat bridge.
Right, so that looks a little weird. Getting jiggy with it. Okay, once you've sorted these guys out, we're going to head to the captain's quarters, if you will, the bridge, and we're going to take this tug all the way to the final area.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
One day you are going to get sent to fight demons for that.
So my idea with this was to do it stealthily as much as I could, and judging from how I'm moving, I did this a couple of times. But again, I wanted to do the bad ending, so I probably did stealthy all the way, and then went loud at the last section, just to make sure that we lose one of my companions at least, and get the bad ending, which is what I want to go for on my hardcore playthrough.
Simon's back. Back? But he and Krill vowed to eradicate all the demons. You don't just come back after that. Well, ask anyone. They got captured by heathens for a heretic. One of the new ones freed them. Ah, old Simon just got cold feet, that's all. No, he's not. He came back and with a huge fuss at the church and got his way too. Now we will be praying for that heretic instead of Simon. You got that? You know, I've been thinking... Oh, God. For him? It would please God, though. That's...
They just want to get to the other side, that's all.
Then he just made the sign of the cross. Kiss the altar and we go to the demons.
Brother. Everyone is looking for a better life. Which is where?
His time is going to be the prayer.
Explaining it to you. You just stand and look around when the heretics might be here already. Everywhere. Look around. Right or young. South of the sea. Got that? How about I come with you? We'll go together for sure. It's not the best. Don't think about it. Why is it so good? But you have to come with us. Who likes it? I don't get it. Just tell me that you're right.
Now if you happen to get noticed at this area, if you stay under these stairs, just straight ahead of you where I was, to my left now, you can shoot guys through the floorboard easily. Or you can just use your throwing knives if you want to be really, really safe. So there we have it, guys and girls. Eventually get this video up, eventually get the commentary done. It took an incredibly large amount of time to edit all this, as you can well imagine, over 100 gigs of footage. So please guys, smash that like button if you're enjoying the content as usual. If you have any questions at all, just give me a shout, I'm always going to answer. I want to see how this video does, and I most likely will do the rest of them just to complete the series. But I will see when I get to it. So guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I want to catch you on the next one.